Have you ever wondered what happens when a Hollywood star opens up about their most unexpected confessions? What if I told you that one of the most iconic actors ever revealed a secret so shocking, it left everyone speechless? Keep watching because what you're about to hear will make you see your favorite celebrities in a whole new light. Dakota Johnson made headlines when she exposed Ellen DeGeneres' fakeness in a playful yet revealing moment on the Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2019. This encounter turned the usual banter between celebrity guests and talk show hosts into an unexpected confrontation that would quickly go viral. The incident occurred when Dakota Johnson appeared on the show to promote her movie Bad Times at the El Royale. Ellen, known for her friendly and warm demeanor, greeted Dakota with her signature catchphrase, "Happy belated birthday!" But instead of the usual polite response, Dakota immediately dropped a bombshell. "When was your birthday?" Ellen asked after extending her birthday wishes. Dakota responded plainly, "It was October 4th, clearly setting the stage for the revelation that would follow. Ellen, presumably unaware of any tension between them, proceeded with the conversation by asking about the party. How was the party? This was when Dakota shocked the audience with her blunt response, "I wasn't invited." The revelation stunned Ellen, who paused momentarily before attempting to brush it off. "Actually, no, that's not true," Ellen said, clearly caught off guard. But Dakota wasn't done. With a smile, she quickly called out the discrepancy. "Yes, you were invited," she said, offering a defense that would only further the awkwardness of the moment. Ellen, trying to explain herself, recalled, "Last time I was on the show, you made a big deal about not being invited, but I didn't even know you wanted to come." At this point, Dakota's patience seemed to wear thin as she responded with a more pointed retort. "But I did invite you," serious, signaling that she wasn't backing down from exposing the truth. Ellen, looking visibly confused and flustered, tried to reassert her position, asking, "Are you sure?" Clearly, Dakota wasn't buying it. "How do you know?" she pressed, throwing the question back at Ellen. The host, now on the defensive, faltered, saying, "Yeah, I'm sure," though her response lacked any real conviction. With a knowing smirk, Dakota continued, "How do you know?" prompting Ellen to stumble further as she failed to provide any solid proof to back up her claims. At this point, Dakota seized the moment, delivering her final line, "Ask everybody," suggesting that perhaps the truth wasn't as clear as Ellen was making it out to be. The conversation quickly took off on social media, and it was widely discussed, not just for its humor, but for the fact that it exposed an uncomfortable dynamic between the two celebrities. This was not the first time Ellen's authenticity had been called into question. In fact, this incident became one of many moments in 2019 where Ellen faced public scrutiny for her allegedly fake persona, particularly after former guests, including comedian Kevin Hart, spoke out about the perceived lack of sincerity behind her show's friendly atmosphere. Further fueling this perception were behind-the-scenes reports and complaints from various guests who had appeared on Ellen's show, suggesting that the host's on-camera persona didn't always match the reality of her interactions off-camera. In the case of Dakota, it seemed that Ellen's attempts to defend her position were quickly falling apart, as she had no real answer for why Dakota had been left out of the birthday celebration. Interestingly, this moment with Dakota was not the first time Ellen's handling of her show's friendship dynamics was questioned. Back in 2018, Ellen came under fire after an incident where she and former President George W. Bush were photographed sitting together at a Dallas Cowboys football game. The backlash led Ellen to address the controversy on her show, where she defended the friendship as a political stance for tolerance. Many criticized her for seemingly downplaying the political differences between her and Bush, calling it out as an example of her tendency to protect her public image at the cost of confronting real issues. In 2019, Ellen's reputation as a nice celebrity was further tarnished after multiple sources, including former staff members of the Ellen DeGeneres Show, claimed that the work environment was toxic, leading to a public apology by Ellen. She expressed regret, saying, "We have made the necessary changes, and I will always be a work in progress." Ellen's attempt to downplay the truth of Dakota's birthday invite exposed a crack in her polished public persona by calling her out so casual. Why Dakota became part of a larger wave of celebrities who began to question the authenticity of talk show hosts and the environment of Hollywood's most beloved stages. Despite the awkwardness that ensued, the moment served as a turning point in Ellen's career. It demonstrated how celebrity talk shows were evolving from scripted interactions to more spontaneous, and at times, uncomfortable truths being revealed. For Dakota, it was an opportunity to stand her ground, making it clear that even the most well-known hosts could be held accountable for their actions, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. The conversation soon took a turn towards Emilia Clarke, who unwittingly revealed too much about an intimate scene with Jason Momoa on the set of Game of Thrones. This moment occurred during an interview where she opened up about the process of filming intimate scenes, a subject that many actors tend to sidestep due to its sensitive nature. While discussing one of the more intense scenes between her character, Daenerys Targaryen, and Jason's character, Khal Drogo, Emilia said, "It wasn't a full-on sex scene, but it was a kind of violent sex scene." This line immediately grabbed attention, but it was what she shared next that had the audience laughing and feeling secondhand embarrassment. For one of the takes, Jason decided to forego the modesty sock and opted for a beautiful pink fluffy one instead. This was a huge slip-up, revealing more than just the filming process. It inadvertently showed the personal, and sometimes awkward, decisions made during the filming of intimate scenes. Modesty socks, also known as modesty patches, are used in the industry to prevent nudity from being visible on screen. But Jason Momoa's choice to wear a fluffy pink sock instead of a standard one was an unorthodox decision. Emilia went on to describe the sock as acrylic, huge, and pink, further painting an image of the unusual prop. "I didn't know what to do with it," she laughed nervously, realizing the awkwardness of the situation. In many interviews, both actors have spoken about the challenge of filming intimate scenes, where clear communication and mutual respect are essential. But this particular admission was a candid, unfiltered moment that stood out. It's worth noting that filming intimate scenes for shows like Game of Thrones is not just physically challenging, but emotionally taxing as well. Game of Thrones became notorious for its graphic sex scenes and explicit nudity, often sparking debates about whether the show pushed boundaries too far. The showrunners employed intimacy coordinators to ensure that these scenes were filmed with the actors' comfort in mind, though such moments often lead to uncomfortable confessions like Emilia's. Meanwhile, Kate Hudson found herself on the Conan O'Brien show where she shared a strange and unexpected childhood obsession with a Tom Cruise movie. "You know, I'm a little obsessed with Tom Cruise," she admitted, confessing to a habit that may have seemed unusual. Kate's love for Tom Cruise wasn't just a passing crush. It was an enduring fascination that began in her early years. "There's this one movie of his. What's it called?" "All the Right Moves," Kate recalled, referencing the 1983 drama in which Tom Cruise starred as a high school football player. The movie was relatively low profile compared to some of his more well-known blockbusters, but it was still iconic for its portrayal of a young Cruise navigating the complexities of high school, football, and romance. In particular, Kate was drawn to a very specific moment in the film, admitting that "there's this one frame where you can see his, you know." She paused, likely feeling the awkwardness of the admission as she continued. "As a kid, I froze that frame and stared at it for minutes. I was hypnotized." The confession was met with laughter from the audience, but it also opened a window into Kate's youthful fixation, which wasn't so much about the story of the film, but rather the fleeting, perhaps inappropriate moment that stood out to her. For Kate, the obsession with Tom Cruise's image became an almost ritualistic moment in her childhood, showcasing how stars can leave a lasting impression, even in the most unexpected ways. It's also notable that All the Right Moves is a film that helped solidify Tom Cruise's presence in Hollywood, even though it wasn't as widely talked about as later blockbusters like Top Gun or Mission Impossible. For Kate Hudson, this moment from the film remained a formative part of her childhood, a testament to how certain films or celebrities can leave indelible marks on young minds. In a more reflective moment, Selena Gomez found herself exposed during an old interview when the topic of her past relationship with Justin Bieber came up. The interviewer reminded Selena of something she had said years before. "The last time you were here, you said he was like a little brother to you. You ended up dating him." Selena's face immediately flushed with embarrassment, but the interviewer's comment was not without basis. In 2010, when Selena first entered the public eye, she was often asked about her relationship with Justin Bieber, who was, at the time, a rising pop star with an immense following. Selena had indeed referred to Justin as like a little brother in various interviews, often downplaying any romantic interest between them. However, this changed in 2011 when they were first publicly seen together, sparking widespread media attention. They soon became one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples, and their on-and-off relationship continued to dominate headlines. Selena, now older and more reflective, responded to the interviewer's reminder by laughing nervously and explaining, "Well, he was like my little brother, until he was. It's just one of those things." She added with a chuckle, "Don't take me to jail," trying to brush off the awkwardness of the situation. Selena's comment about Justin highlighted the ever-changing dynamics of young love in the public eye. The relationship between Selena and Justin, which started in their teenage years, was highly scrutinized by the media. According to a 2017 interview with Vogue, Selena admitted that her relationship with Justin was one of the most challenging and publicized periods of her life. "It's tough," she said, "but that's what happens when you're growing up in the public eye." Despite their breakups and reconciliations, the relationship continued to spark public interest. Their relationship was a constant topic of tabloid fodder for years, affecting their personal lives and careers. This particular exchange during the interview revealed the complexities of Selena's feelings, as she had once seen Justin as a little brother. But over time, their connection evolved into something more. The public's perception of their relationship was often shaped by the media's portrayal of them, but Selena's admission was a reminder that the real story was far more complicated. In these instances, each celebrity found themselves exposed in ways they may not have fully intended. Whether it was Emilia Clarke's candid confession about an awkward prop, Kate Hudson's childhood crush on Tom Cruise, or Selena Gomez's mixed feelings about her past relationship with Justin Bieber, these moments allowed the public to see them as more than just glamorous stars. They were relatable people with imperfections and vulnerabilities. Their honesty, whether accidental or intentional, brought depth to their public personas, reminding us all that behind every celebrity is a human being navigating the complexities of fame, relationships, and personal growth. Sandra Bullock's candid admission about swimming with sharks caught the public by surprise during an interview where she shared the intense and uncomfortable experience. The interview, part of the press tour for her 2013 film Gravity, took place in a setting where she was asked to recount her more extreme experiences in the name of adventure. "Did you swim with sharks?" the interviewer asked. Sandra hesitated, clearly remembering the event vividly. "Well, I was free diving and they chummed the waters," she began. For those unfamiliar with the term chumming, it refers to the practice of throwing fish parts or blood into the water to attract sharks, something commonly done to attract these predators in a controlled diving environment. It's a standard practice in shark diving, where participants may swim in close proximity to the animals for an adrenaline-fueled experience. However, Sandra's reaction indicated that the experience was far more overwhelming than she had expected. "But no, I didn't exactly like it," she admitted, clearly uncomfortable with the memory. The practice of chumming, while part of some diving experiences, can make even seasoned divers uneasy, as it can provoke aggressive behavior from sharks. Sandra, who is known for her fearless roles in movies such as The Blind Side and Ocean's 8, was candid about how her expectations didn't meet the reality. She continued, "The whole thing was intense," shaking her head. In interviews following her admission, Sandra revealed that she didn't expect the stark contrast between the peaceful underwater world she envisioned and the raw, unsettling environment she found herself in. Her honesty resonated with fans, proving that even celebrities can have moments of vulnerability and discomfort in extreme situations. On the Conan O'Brien show, comedian Andy Richter found himself in an awkward situation during a conversation with Jennifer Love Hewitt when the topic of a so-called happy ending arose. This conversation brought to light the peculiar behind-the-scenes protocols of some television shows, in which staff are asked to comply with certain, sometimes embarrassing, requests. The conversation started innocuously enough, with Andy explaining, "On the show, there's a protocol. The client has to ask for what's commonly known as the happy ending. We can't offer it, they have to ask." This term, often associated with massage parlors, refers to a service that is, at best, a controversial topic in both humor and reality. When Jennifer raised an eyebrow and inquired, "Is it real?" Andy, caught off guard, tried to brush off the question by stammering, I don't know, I haven't personally experienced it. I work with professionals." Andy's nervous attempt to navigate the topic added to the humor and awkwardness of the moment, leaving the audience in stitches. His admission revealed the gap between his public persona as a comedian and the discomfort he felt discussing such matters in a public forum. The happy ending joke has been a recurring theme in pop culture, appearing in movies, TV shows, and stand-up routines. The exchange between Andy and Jennifer Love Hewitt served as a comedic moment, but also exposed the complexities of navigating potentially uncomfortable subjects in the entertainment industry. The incident was memorable not only for its awkwardness, but for the way it showed Andy's vulnerability as a public figure. The clip became a viral moment on social media, further solidifying the often blurry line between professionalism and comedy in Hollywood. Jada Pinkett Smith made headlines in 2020 when she opened up about her entanglement with singer August Alsina during a highly publicized episode of her Facebook watch show Red Table Talk. The interview was watched by millions and quickly became a cultural talking point. In the episode, Jada explained the nature of her relationship with August, admitting that she had begun a deep friendship with the singer, which eventually turned into a more complicated situation. "So what happened? I started a friendship with August and we became really good friends," Jada began, referencing her connection with August Alsina, who had publicly spoken about his relationship with Jada in 2019. The term entanglement was introduced by Jada during this episode, a phrase that would soon go viral. She clarified that August wants to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which was an important part of the narrative she wanted to convey. However, the moment that would define the interview came when Jada admitted to getting into an entanglement with August. "I got into an entanglement with August," she said, awkwardly coining a term that would soon become synonymous with the affair. The awkwardness in Jada's voice as she explained her actions became a central moment in the interview, as the term entanglement didn't seem to capture the full emotional complexity of what had transpired. Her phrasing was seen by many as an attempt to minimize the seriousness of the situation. The term itself sparked heated debate, with people questioning whether it was an appropriate word for what had essentially been an extramarital affair. Jada further opened up about her emotional state, saying, "I was in a lot of pain. I just wanted to feel good." This raw admission of vulnerability caught the attention of viewers around the world, as Jada revealed the emotional turmoil she had been dealing with, both in her personal life and within her marriage to Will Smith. In the months following the interview, Will and Jada's relationship became a focal point for public discussion. The couple's openness about their struggles and their willingness to confront difficult issues head-on led to increased scrutiny, but it also helped them reclaim control over their narrative. In terms of media reception, the Red Table Talk episode became one of the most watched videos in the series' history, with over 12 million views on Facebook alone. The public's reaction to the interview was mixed. Some praised the couple for their honesty, while others criticized Jada for her handling of the situation. The term entanglement became a cultural phenomenon, with memes, merchandise, and references flooding social media. Each of these moments, Sandra Bullock's unease with sharks, Andy Richter's nervous admission about the happy ending, and Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement discussion, reveals how celebrities are not immune to public scrutiny and the personal challenges they face, often under intense media attention. These instances also show how the entertainment industry sometimes turns uncomfortable or controversial moments into viral cultural phenomena. Sandra's shark story highlights the growing trend of celebrities engaging in extreme activities for publicity or personal growth, but also reminds us that even the most daring experiences may not be as enjoyable as they appear. In 2019, Free Solo, a film documenting rock climber Alex Honnold's ascent of El Capitan, became a massive box office success, reflecting the public's increasing fascination with extreme physical feats. However, Sandra's story underscores the emotional toll such experience can take, adding depth to our understanding of celebrity culture. Andy's nervousness and Jada's public admission about their personal lives are prime examples of how the boundaries between professional and personal lives have become increasingly blurred in the age of social media. With millions of followers on platforms like Instagram, even the smallest slip-up can become headline news. For example, Jada's Red Table Talk episode reached millions of viewers, reflecting the growing importance of unfiltered, personal stories in shaping the celebrity narrative. In a world where transparency is increasingly demanded of public figures, these moments serve as a reminder of the complexities of fame and the unexpected ways in which celebrities can find themselves exposed. Whether it's Sandra Bullock admitting to a discomforting dive with sharks or Jada Pinkett Smith's vulnerable conversation about her marriage, these moments continue to captivate audiences and shape the cultural landscape. Idris Elba, The versatile actor known for his roles in Luther, The Wire, and the Fast and Furious franchise has always cultivated a reputation as a suave, serious actor with a wide range of talents. However, during an interview with Kate Winslet, Idris casually dropped an unexpected confession that would go on to stir up a media frenzy. He admitted to having a thing for feet. "Keep your socks on," he jokingly told Kate, attempting to downplay the awkwardness, but then he clarified, "I have a thing for feet." His statement, initially made in jest, was met with surprise from Kate and the audience. "Not just that, I have a thing," Idris added with an awkward laugh, fully owning up to his personal preference. This confession quickly became a viral sensation, with fans and media outlets alike discussing his candidness. Foot fetishes are actually one of the most common types of sexual fetishes, with some studies estimating that approximately 18–23% of people with fetishes have a foot fetish. This is backed by psychology and cultural analysis, which suggests that foot fetishes are often tied to early childhood experiences or cultural influences that associate feet with attraction or power. Despite the potential for discomfort when publicly acknowledging such interests, Idris' lightheartedness in handling the topic showed a more playful and human side of a man who is often portrayed as intense and serious. This revelation went on to spark conversations about celebrity vulnerability. In Hollywood, where public personas are often carefully crafted, Idris' candid admission showed that even A-listers aren't immune to revealing personal details, and fans quickly embraced him for his openness. The interview clip gained millions of views online, with many praising Idris for breaking the taboo around discussing personal preferences in an unapologetic manner. His confession became one of the most talked-about moments of the year, highlighting how celebrity culture is increasingly moving towards transparency and openness about things once considered private or uncomfortable. On The Graham Norton Show, an iconic British talk show known for its humorous and often revealing celebrity interviews, host Graham Norton shared a hilarious moment with Dame Judi Dench, the renowned actress famous for her roles in Shakespeare in Love and the James Bond franchise. During their conversation, Graham, who has a reputation for teasing his guests, asked Dame Judi, "You've never been to a club in your life?" Dame Judi, known for her grace and dignified presence on screen, responded with a sly smile. "Oh, you lie like a rug. Yes, I have. I bumped into you there." The revelation was unexpected, as Dame Judi is typically seen as the embodiment of British sophistication. Graham, stunned by the admission, responded, "Oh, yes, absolutely. They took us in through the back door." This lighthearted exchange not only amused the audience, but also offered a refreshing glimpse into the personal side of Dame Judi Dench. Despite her high-profile career and her roles in classic films like Mrs. Brown and Skyfall, Dame Judi's confession about clubbing added a humorous twist to her public persona. The playful dynamic between Graham and Dame Judi reflected the growing trend in celebrity culture of making public figures seem more accessible, breaking down the walls between their on-screen roles and their real personalities. Clubbing, especially at London's biggest gay nightclub, isn't typically associated with Dame Judi Dench, whose public image has been that of a refined and stately actress. However, the humor in this exchange highlighted the often overlooked reality that celebrities, even those with a high-profile status, enjoy the same leisure activities as the general public. The clip of this confession circulated widely online, and fans were charmed by Dame Judi's down-to-earth side, showcasing that even Dame Judi Dench, as famous as she is, indulges in fun, casual outings far from the camera's gaze. In a classic game of Never Have I Ever on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, actress Anna Kendrick found herself in an uncomfortable, finding it relatable and charming. Anna Kendrick, known for her comedic timing in films like Pitch Perfect and Up in the Air, found herself unintentionally opening a can of worms with her frank admission. The candidness of her response made it even more memorable, and the moment quickly went viral. While the incident was awkward for Anna, it also underscored the shift in celebrity culture. Fans no longer just want to see the perfect, polished version of celebrities, but also enjoy witnessing their authentic, unfiltered moments. According to a study on social media trends, moments like this, where celebrities share uncomfortable, relatable experiences, tend to generate more engagement, with viral content seeing an increase in both viewership and interaction. For Anna, this slip-up was a prime example of how viral moments can humanize celebrities, making them more relatable and approachable to their audience. In an amusing exchange between two iconic stars, Diaz and Kylie Minogue opened up about their experiences with dating during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Kylie asked Cameron, "So Cameron, you're single at the moment?" Cameron confirmed, "I am," and Kylie playfully responded with, "Well then, ask away." As the conversation turned to the challenges of dating in the public eye, Cameron shared her mixed feelings about the whole process. "But you can ask me, just don't expect a yes right away," she said, adding a humorous twist to the conversation. Diaz, who has been publicly linked to several high-profile men in the past, including Justin Timberlake and Alex Rodriguez, is no stranger to public relationships. However, her admission revealed the complexity of dating as a celebrity, where privacy is often compromised by the constant media attention. Cameron, who married Good Charlotte's Benji Madden in 2015, has often been open about the struggles of being a famous woman in Hollywood. Kylie Minogue, who has also been through several high-profile relationships, echoed similar sentiments about the pressures of maintaining a normal dating life under public scrutiny. The discussion was a reminder that even celebrities, who often seem to have it all, grapple with the same insecurities and dating challenges that everyday people face. According to a study on celebrity relationships, nearly 80% of Hollywood relationships end in breakup or divorce, illustrating the difficulty of maintaining a private, fulfilling relationship amidst the pressure of fame. This candid moment between Cameron and Kylie resonated with fans, who appreciated their authenticity. It also highlighted the ongoing trend of celebrities moving towards greater transparency about their personal lives. As celebrity culture continues to evolve, audiences are more interested in seeing real, vulnerable moments from their favorite stars, rather than the perfectly curated personas they have traditionally maintained. Each of these instances, Idris Elba's foot fetish confession, Graham Norton's hilarious encounter with Dame Judi Dench, Anna Kendrick's candid "never have I ever" moment, and Diaz and Kylie Minogue's honest conversation about dating, illustrates the growing trend of transparency in celebrity culture. These moments show that public figures, despite their fame and glamour, are human too. In a world increasingly dominated by social media and public scrutiny, these celebrities have embraced vulnerability, allowing fans to see the imperfections and quirks that make them relatable. According to a 2020 study by Pew Research, 72% of Americans say that they find social media's portrayal of real life to be more authentic than traditional celebrity images, underscoring the demand for unfiltered moments. By embracing their imperfections, these celebrities have connected with audiences on a deeper level, proving that even the most polished, successful stars face the same struggles and experiences as the rest of us. These moments not only entertain, but also contribute to reshaping the public perception of what it means to be a celebrity in the age of social media and digital transparency. Idris Elba's teenage years were also exposed when he confessed he had a 19-year-old girlfriend at just 13 years old. "At 13, I bought a car for 50 quid, he casually shared. "I looked older, I had a beard and everything, and yeah, I was driving it around. I got myself in trouble, but it was worth it." His story raised more eyebrows when he added, "I also had a 19-year-old girlfriend at the time." Idris seemed proud, despite the hilarity of the revelation. The final moment came when Gino hilariously clapped back at Gordon Ramsay's morning routine, exposing how Gordon liked to wake people up. "We should talk about the way you wake me up," Gino said, shaking his head. "I bang your wheelie on my foot." The crowd laughed, but Gordon didn't deny it, causing more awkward humor to follow. And as Harrison Ford stumbled over Ryan Gosling's name during an interview, it was clear that even the most legendary stars have their moments of discomfort. Ryan Gosling," he said, fumbling over the actor's name before finally correcting himself. Back in 2023, Sweeney and Glenn Powell were caught in a scandal during the filming of their romantic comedy Become Anyone But You. At the time, both stars were either engaged or married, and rumors swirled about their chemistry on set. When asked about it, Sydney confirmed, "Yeah, it was instant chemistry. When I saw Glenn, it was like a catch in my chest." Glenn couldn't help but agree, adding, "It was hard to ignore." Miriam Margolyes had an unforgettable reaction when she met Sir Laurence Olivier, sharing how starstruck she felt. "I met him when I was young and I couldn't stop shaking," she recalled. "I could feel my knees going weak." Her confession had the audience in stitches, showing just how much even the most seasoned actors get starstruck. From Idris Elba's teenage rebellion to Miriam Margolyes' starstruck confession, these unforgettable moments remind us that even the brightest stars have their relatable human sides. Stay tuned for more inside stories from Hollywood, and remember, there's always more to discover beyond the red carpet.